Hello my friends, welcome to another episode of Game Testing Unlimited. My name is Wilfred. So this game is Vampire Survivors, not a new game, but there's quite a few DLC out there and one being quite recently as well. I have a lot of fun with it, trying out different character, different map or stages, and different build. A lot of things are just random, so you can't quite, you can have a concept of what you try to do, but you can't quite decide, like, in exactitude. It's all random, whatever you pick. So yeah, it's a lot of fun to it, and a lot of quite a fair bit of depth to it as well. I'm also aware that there is another one called the Chronicon Survivor, which is from one of my favorite pixel art ARPG as well. But when I look at the review, it's sort of still a little bit work in progress. No doubt, I'm sure the developer of Chronicon will be able to make a pretty good game out from it. But I'm going to wait a little bit before I dive in. And also, Vampire Slayers, not Slayer, Vampire Survivor is taking a lot of my time. What's Vampire Slayer? Oh, that was Buffy. But anyway, now this character is called Leda or Leda. I don't know how you pronounce it, depending on which part of the world you are from. I think probably it's Leda. And she is a hidden boss in the tower, so I managed to unlock her after a few attempts. I didn't know that you have to go so deep down to get her. I managed to down the hidden boss, and she joined me as one of the playable class, and that is really cool. And she is strong with certain trade-off as well. So she came with the +5 to... Oh, well, okay, first thing first, she came with an evolved weapon, which is the Holy One, so that's great, right? Usually it takes there about 5-10 minutes for you to evolve a weapon if you do well. But she started the game with the evolved weapon, which is, is a really strong kind of weapon, so that is really cool. It also free up one of the passive for you to pick something else. It doesn't have the one that synergize or evolve the weapon, so that is also pretty cool as well. She's strong. She has a +5 armor, that is reduction, damage reduction. She has a might of double the might, +100%, 10% +10% of area. I think is 10% extra cooldown reduction. Not sure whether it's is a minus or plus, but I think it's a reduced cooldown reduction, as well as but there's a trade-off. Grid is -80%, so you get lesser gold when you run with her. And also there is a speed move speed penalty as well. It is 20%. It is quite noticeable, because if you play other character, you feel a little bit more faster when you move around, but when you play this character, it move around slower. Pros and cons, because at the late kind of like stage like now, you don't really need to move that fast. There's so many mobs coming onto you. You just move slowly and just steadily take down all the enemies. But in the initial part, especially when the map have extra kind of passive for you to get, usually they have to go to search for those hidden objects, provided that you have got all those relics. It does take a while to get to those relics, so I think it's a very it's a trade-off that you need to think of. Fun factor versus the being powerful is also fun. Being powerful is fun as well. So yeah, I like it, and I like this map, man. This map is stage 5. It's called Cappella Magna. Later on you will see another boss, very very fun one. But all this just so damn cute. All these little kind of like mob and the boss also look somewhat the same as well later on, as you will see. But yeah, I have a lot of fun with it. Excuse me. So now, compared to the last video I've made on the Imelda, Imelda, the difference is it's just a little bit subtle difference. I don't use a whip this time round, and I don't I don't use a whip. And I think there's one more thing I don't have to do. So in a difference is that I use a fire wand that is being evolved into the hellfire you see there. And also there's something called Song of Mana. You don't really see here at this particular stage. It's not as clear. It's clearer when the background is darker. There's actually initially the Song of Mana has a column of a particle that pulse up and down vertically. So for those maps that go up and down, like the for example, like the tower is really good because that is just one column that's going up and down. But once you evolve that into Manaja, which is now, it does pulse in a circle manner and interact with other arcana as well. So it's kind of interesting for you to take a look. So now what do I have here? I'm going to put the list of weapon I've used, both the normal as well as evolved version, and the DPS associated with us to it as well. I found that sometimes it all depends on what I do as I do the run, right? So I'm using a fire wand, like I said. Center water is bar none, probably one of the best weapon I've seen so far, be it as evolve or even not evolve. It does really well. Rune Tracer also does pretty decent as well. It's a little beam that bounce around, and the evolved version, which is the no future, you see a little kind of like firework everywhere. That is from the Rune Tracer, which bounce around as well as a no future. Then we have I have the Song of Mana that I mentioned about, and also garlic as well. I just somehow kind of like the garlic thing for a little bit of heal. Now by the way, this is I think coming to the next stage here when there's a boss, a final boss for this map. See, the map suddenly changes, and I was quite nervous when I saw the Reaper. But anyway, going back to the numbers here, at the normal, because I did a lot of walking, so obviously if you walk a lot, garlic wouldn't kind of like deal enough damage. That's for sure. And also if you walk a lot, then you don't really get a lot of if your map is not a vertical map, but Song of Mana won't be doing too well. But the fire one that did pretty well. Center water as well. Rune Tracer, of course, it bounced around the enemy, so that did pretty well as well. By the way, this is a boss, and it's my first time tackling him or it, and I wasn't quite sure what exactly to do with all these things here. So yeah, but after a while I kind of get the hang of it on what I need to do. Now after I evolved the weapons, Labora, which is Center Water's version, it went really well. That is not surprising. Labora is always one of the best when it comes to an evolved weapon so far. If I find something better, I'll let you know. No Future is the one that bounced around, also did really well with Hellfire, so both are probably area damage that and also Holy One is quite similar as well, which is the default weapon of Leda. Manaja is a bit lower than the rest of the three, but I think they are all very compatible. So I think they are all pretty well balanced, depending on the situation and what kind of like what you want to do with your build and so on. So I think for No Future is really just mobs around randomly. Hellfire, there's a certain kind of like random direction to it, and the Manjara is the one that really go around the character. So as the Soul Eater. Soul Eater didn't really do too well. Like I said, I mean, I think it does have to do with how well the rest of the evolved weapon, and also not only that, you also have to look into the passive that I picked up as well. So yeah, I mean that plays a part on how it goes. Now normally if you see the clips I've shared in the past, though it's not many of them, there are altogether 6 weapons as well as 6 passive. But how come there's more than that? Well, there are some maps, and so long as you get some of the relics, you have some hidden object, and the hidden object can provide you with a different set of passive as well. So it's a little bit of strategizing there. And there you go. I mean, there I found this Greek Gospel, which permanently allowed to level up weapons beyond their limit, can be enabled in stage selection. So that's a fun thing to do. I will do it. And at this point, I was wondering what on earth is happening. And I mean, it's cool that I get to have a closer look at her. I really can't tell it's a man or a woman, but I think according to internet is a her. And I don't know why she looked like that, and I'm trying to run away from the Reaper. And as you can see, it wasn't that successful. So there you go. The Reaper caught me. I haven't really got the that part yet, but yeah, I mean, it was fun thing to do. One day I'll take down the Reaper. And by the way, you take a look at the achievement. There are about 5 of them. So it's a very fruitful session. One map I managed to do almost all my objectives. So yep, thanks for tuning in. There'll be more to come, and I hope you get to check out this game and enjoy as well. All right, see you next time. Goodbye.